Alright everyone, we are back with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Marathon Remix, the very first iteration. We have hit 250 bucks, which is awesome. So thank you to everyone who has donated so far. This was an amazing marathon so far. But we still have plenty to go. And with me, I have PeacefulJarl, who is going to be doing 1+2 and the THPS1 right after this. Take it away.
Hello everybody, I am PeacefulJarl379. Today we're going to be playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. All goals and golds, all tours, we're going to have one stat as you see. It's not really that much different from NG or NG+, but I do have some route changes. Packle, if you just want to talk in the middle of whenever I'm not talking, just ask questions, you're free to do so. Otherwise, timer starts when I skip the final goal cutscene. I'm gonna count you down. Okay. So hopefully this is working. Alright, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so warehouse isn't that different, so I'm gonna explain the run. Do I have one stat? Yes, I do. So this with one stat, I go slower, I spin slower, I do basically everything slower. I also cannot go switch, but otherwise that's going to slow me down a lot. Which means I will have to take care of my stance a lot. I'm going to be very conscious about my stance. Also have to be very conscious about my score, since it is very easy to accidentally not do score. As I see here, I'm low on score. So that's warehouse, we got everything. Next up we have school 1. I do a different route than that ILs, or that's because I have a skill issue. They showed the other day that the clip through the gym is possible. I do not want to practice that clip. I am not good at the game. I just know how to go really slowly fast. But otherwise this is the normal old route, the route that was unveiled when the game was released. So that's mostly it. For those of you that don't know, Pro Skater 1+2 is a remake from the first two games, Pro Skater 1 and Pro Skater 2. There are a lot of improvements. Most notable is the fact that I can do manual Z, where it's anything from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I can also do wall plants, which is a feature from Tony Hawk's Underground. And for Pro Skater 1, there has been some gold padding to make this have a 10 goals. This wall ride is difficult in one stat. As you see there, I need to do a volley plant, which isn't always easy to do. Especially when the game lags or my OBS is lagging. By the way, I am playing on, I have a window preview on OBS because I need to see my time, which is why I say it's lagging when it's probably not. I have heel flip and kick flip switch around so that input's easier for both schools. I had to kick flip TC Shift Cap in school 2, and it's easier to have kick flip switch around. But otherwise that is school 1, if I can finish in time. It's gonna be tight.
So you said there's not much difference between this, like, regular runs and one stat. Is there any levels where you have to adjust the route substantially because of one stat at all, or?
Yes. The most notable change is Philadelphia, where if I miss a trick, I just did 2 laps instead of 1 over fully. And if I can get this, if I would have gotten that, I would have been. Is my game? What happened to my game? Why that took a while to end? That game crash.
That was weird. It might be because you stopped on a slip. The game just kind of just got stuck, thinking you were moving when you weren't.
I do not have the book truly memorized, so it's gonna take a while. This happened to me in practice too, so.
Also, Coop said PS4 controller backbox inputs. If I remember correctly, this game never got like true DualShock support on PC.
I did, if you use wired, but I have DS for Windows automatically start up when I boot the game, so it's just easier to me to just
gotcha.
use the DS for Windows. And just have it simulate an Xbox 360 controller. Also haven't gotten it to work wired, and my wire isn't long, so it's just easier for me to use wireless. But to answer your previous question, yeah, just bully is the major one. I will do streets 2 heat if I mess up, but that is easily possible to do in 1 heat.
It's crazy though, because like when the idea of the one stat, I guess doing one stat for a category, stems back to when we first did the release party like stream for GDQ, and we threw in, because we were thinking of just random incentives that we could do for people, just to donate. And one idea was one stat, and then people just donate to give or take away stats for me. Now I did that run. And all of us were like, yeah, one stat's not possible.
Yeah, I saw the wall like just the other day was recommended. It was interesting to see how y'all were trying to do some goals and there.
Those are the crazy times, man. It was fun because like again we had the game a little earlier before everyone else, so
Yeah.
thinking of like crazy strategies to do half of these goals, but most of them got usurped at some point and got superseded.
Yeah.
Still, it's funny.
Yeah, just gonna mention there, I didn't do the IL route again just because I have a skill issue. I'm not comfortable with the airwalk exploit, so I just went around the long way. Doesn't lose that much time, and like no one else has run the category so far, so I don't really have to learn it finally. Otherwise, normal mall. And up next is skate park. I assume I got everything there. Yeah, I did. If I can menu properly, there we go. So the competition levels, these are standard. Best 2 out of 3 heats, so I get score. I'm already... I guess I can mention this bug right now. When you first load into a competition, the game for some reason doesn't read your inputs until like once you're a second into it, so I kind of had to delay doing anything for a good second. It is annoying. It's never patched, will never be patched. And it makes doing these competitions slightly more annoying. But otherwise they are pretty not that bad. There's still some RNG factor, but I hope to avoid it today. Downtown.
We'll say, take over just a quick second. We'll say, finally thought of a incentive. We are now up to $500 for like the next goal, which again, I don't know if we'll hit that. We might, you never know. If we hit that though, I'm going to require that the relay race players have to play at 100%. So we can have a giant relay race, 100% fucking marathon thing. So if you want that, I think there'll be some caveats. Like there's some like THPS3 100% is crazy, but I think that'll be really fun to do like a super long relay race of that kind. So there you guys go.
Please donate. Trevor Project is a good cause. They do really good work. Speaking about really good work, that first roof gap is annoying. I have to do a setup right intentionally late bonus to get the gap. It is possible to clear the gap without a late bonus, but the game for some reason just doesn't count as you completing the gap because this game works. And also, there's also a setup that Ace found. I will assume Ace found where you grind this kicker and just get enough speed to do this. I need to get the second roof gap because I missed it the first time.
I remember that being like one of the jumps that were like, yeah, this is not possible. One step.
I mean, I found this setup where I don't have to do the grind, but like it's less consistent than Ace's thing. So I just started doing Ace's grind.
Yeah, THPS Honduras is yeah, that's not good. I'm not gonna subject people to that one. Thaw 100. Oh, Thaw 100. Thaw Hundo. We'll have to see about that one too. For sure. I'd have. We'll figure it out if we get that far. How about that?
I will not have time to do everything unless I do everything perfectly, but just knowing me, I won't. I need to wall right up to this billboard to get this. I somehow got that first try. Why did I retry there?
Oh, let's go.
Tony Hawk 1 muscle memory. Pressing retries to the Vanguard. Runkle Jam, nothing different. It's just Runkle Jam. Nothing special about this level. So if you practically want to talk about anything, go ahead.
My favorite part about Downhill Jam, for the little bit of time when the game first came out, local Ocarina of Time legend ZFG ran this for a little bit. Actually got a really decent time too, considering like I think he got like top 5, top 6 or something. Like he got it like an insane time. It makes me wish for a time where stuck around. We have ZFG as a master Tony speedrunner. Again, he was actually kind of good at this level, especially. I think this is the one level he really competitively tried. You can still see his time on the PC leaderboards for sure. This level is crazy though because when we went to work on like the original route, which is the one you just did there, where we just kind of like
mess around. Just
go on. We figured out you can wall ride the gate and like grind the gate. And the developers told us, like, yeah, that's kind of what we wanted. And we were like, holy pog, let's go. And then we did that route first, because that was the easiest one for speed. Then eventually it was decided that, you know, the current one is the preferred method because it's faster. It's crazier, but faster.
Yeah, it's crazy and faster. It's also harder.
Oh yeah, it's a lot harder.
I will mention that this valve is usually in one stat because the hitbox is stupid for that one. So you kind of have to intentionally slow yourself for NG or NG+. With one stat, it isn't that big of a deal. I missed this. There's a backup. I just grind this. And this is very consistent. You can do it the normal way, but it's harder. Again, I'm gonna have to. I'm low on score. I need 200k here, so I'm gonna have to go into overtime. No big deal. It's just a score. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Why did I pause there? Okay, Burnside.
Awesome memory, man. Hell of a drug.
So Burnside, again, that's the stupid bug where it can't control itself. It's bad here. But otherwise, this is a standard competition level. Nothing special about it, apart from the fact that it's probably the easiest one to get RNG'd. Since there's no easy scoring opportunities. There is a faster route that I have done in practice, but it's not safe for me yet to do RTA. Probably gonna get RNG'd here, knowing my luck. Nope, safe. Okay, streets. Streets is a fun level. It is possible to do streets in 1-2 minute session, but you have to play it near perfectly. This is the level that I initially thought was going to make one stat impossible because of 3 goals. I found a setup for tape that is very consistent, and there's the known setup for the Hubble gap that is semi-consistent. The only inconsistent goal is the life preserver. It's the one near the E room. I messed it up like 50% of the time. I also apparently mess up the K 50% of the time. Never happened before. This is what happens when you intentionally handicap yourself. Just figure out how to play.
There's always so many memories from Streets. Streets is a crazy level overall.
Yeah. And I usually don't mess this up with this K, but for some reason I'm choking. Well, not, yeah, choking, I guess. There we go, we got it, finally. After like, what, a minute of the Streets?
That K is like one of the most awkward spots in the entire series of history. It's just, it's there at the beginning, and you have to do some, no matter which game, you have to do some weird ass like movement just to get to it.
Yeah, it's not the best location. I'm gonna attempt to go for the Streets tape in one heat, in this heat, but like, it's probable that I will miss it, and if I do miss it once, I'm not gonna attempt it until the second heat. We got up here, so this is the final attempt until the next heat. It is risky because, again, oh, the next life preserver is annoying. That setup is pretty much consistent 100% of the time, except for like 2 days ago in practice where I just couldn't get it. I overshot it. So I think sending it for it is just going it normally is possible, but again, it's more difficult and not at all consistent. One time, it took me like 30 minutes before using the setup. This is the annoying life preserver that I was mentioning. I had to go like at the near perfect angle, boneless, and I got that first try. That's impressive. Usually I never get that first try. I'm still at 1 score, but otherwise I'm gonna get the pace. I need to 5-0 here. I need 100,000. But it looks like I'm gonna have enough time to attempt to do the hub gap in this round and go.
Yeah, hubba's definitely a goal.
Yes, I have to do this setup. I got a first try, nice. I need score though. It's 100k-ish. That's 100k. First time I... Oh, that bus. First time... First time I do that first try in an RTA run. I usually have to go for a second heat. But then again, I messed up in the beginning, so unfortunately not the gold. But otherwise, that's streets. Shout out to Andy THPS. I do not know if he discovered it first, but that's where I found out about the hover strat and the fact that you can do streets once spam. Shout out to everyone actually who routed this game out. Like, I'm just stealing most of y'all's routes. And that is the Tony Hawk 1 tour. No, it's not. I need to get gold.
Oh no! Got bopped.
It's no big deal. I said I was gonna be RNG, I just thought I was gonna be in Burnside, not Roswell. I'm still second place, I'm gonna need to do more combos here. But that should be it. And yeah, that's it. That is the Pro Skater 1 tour. Now we go on to the Pro Skater 2 tour. Hangar is one of the interesting levels. I missed a gold somewhere. What did I miss?
Oh no.
I didn't ollie the cars. I missed the car somewhere. I think I know which one I missed. If I miss up the second tape jump, I tend to like forget about this car that's right here. So.
I'm about to say, I think it's the one behind. Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, this is the one I missed.
I thought you missed it, but I wasn't sure because like I was looking away for a moment. Rip.
No, like if I mess up the second tape jump, like I usually reset since going around getting it second time and getting the car is a big enough time loss for it to kill the run. Why is the load remover not working?
That thing is finicky, dude.
No,
like sometimes
I launched it after.
Sometimes it doesn't.
But I'm only recording just in case this world record, which is kind of stupid saying it would, since I have enough time to save. I got that first. I usually can never get that weird hang time gap strat intentionally. I did not try to do that there.
I'm happy when we did second season of the tournament that we didn't see hanger too much because it would have just been everyone resetting every 5 seconds trying to hit that jump. If for those of you who don't run 1+2, that jump is insanely stupid. Like it's like I won't say pixel perfect, but it might as well.
This jump is also stupid. If I get this, which I didn't, I had to do this stupid backup, which can get it 2 minutes, so it can take a good amount of time, which involves me wall riding to acid bombing just for the speed, which you're gonna see me attempt. Hopefully I get this first
I remember
time.
this jump also being annoying. Yes. One.
Oh yeah, it is annoying. Thankfully you can do this and wait until you get an acid bomb. Or you can do the IL strat where you just barely grind the the helicopter, which is easier than this, but like I don't want to reload the level right now.
What is the difference between an acid drop and acid bomb?
An acid bomb gives you more speed. You have to go higher to activate the acid bomb, but otherwise it's the same trick.
Is that deep lore I didn't know about?
Probably like
You have yet to play Hanger for after both seasons.
Yeah.
Don't worry, when we eventually do season 3, Hanger is the only required level. I'm not that cruel.
I'm gonna restart. They're not gonna get that in that session. That's really
really stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. I'm gonna attempt to do the fun strat again, which hopefully I get this. I missed the grind. I can attempt this again. I missed the grind again. The game, I think, is lagging for a little bit on my side. And I didn't land myself up that time. This is why the estimate is so high for this category. It's easy to make a lot of mistakes. There we go, that's the gap. That's what I tried to do the first time I tried. And doing that is easier than doing the wall ride. And there we go, that's everything right. Yep. School 2, there's nothing different in School 2, so School 2 is just famous School 2. Why am I switch? Let me restart that. I'm not supposed to drop down there. I don't know why I pressed drop down.
When I ported this game, or remade this game, I was kind of hoping they would change a little bit of how this gap works, but no, it literally works almost the exact same as it does in the OG game. There might be some minute things, but like that rail specifically, for the Nightmare rails, is really finicky, and it's extremely easy to either start too late or end too early on that. And it's infuriating. I mean, I'm glad they kept it like how it was in the OGs, but damn.
Speaking about the OGs, if you remember playing Pro Skater 2 or Pro Skater 2X, you remember there's a lot of cache icons scattered around the levels, and that counted as a goal. Thankfully, they removed those. It's a great addition, very much needed. For those of you that don't know me, I have a deep hatred for those cache icons. I'm glad they removed those and just replaced them with...
What's the lore? Why do you hate the cache icons?
I just hate how it works. Like, I just prefer just not hunting for cache icons. Just... I don't know.
My favorite part about the cache icon stuff is that I think a lot of people on YouTube agree with you, because before School 1 run was done, it used to be that, oh yeah, someone make a YouTube video and was like, oh yeah, School 1 run, but they don't get the cache icon, so you know it's part of the goals. So I feel like a lot of people are in the same boat as you on that one. And obviously the devs probably kind of were. Plus they incorporated cache icons into these.
I'm glad cache icons are optional in 4. Like, just... That's how this will always have been. I think I'm low on 4. Oh, maybe. Sorry if I'm not reading chat, I can't see. It's annoying.
I'm letting you know if there's any questions. I'm just kind of agreeing with you. Well, Coop is at least. And Finn obviously also hates Hanger.
Hanger's the worst of them. I think I banned Hanger in all my rounds.
I had like all the stats on that. I need to eventually do it. I told Ace to like help me with stats on that, or at least get me stuff together for it. I just never did it. Got busy.
RNG twice?
I'd like to know like what was banned and stuff. Oh, you RNG? Don't know.
Yes. I usually never get RNG here, but like for some reason I'm playing it safer than I usually do. I'm safer and I get RNG'd. Because usually I do a weird combo, but where I just do something like this. And it usually gives it to me, but like my game's lagging enough where I'm not comfortable doing that. 2 silvers is like 1 gold, right? That's how the math works.
What the heck? You're getting baited, dude.
Sounds like some this is Pro Skater 3 competition type RNG. There we go, that should be it. There we go, finally. New York City, there's nothing much different New York City from the IL route. For those of you that haven't seen the IL route, we do a fun bonus to the annoying subway cop, which makes it slightly, but well, not slightly, a lot more tolerable. And with one stat, I skipped the annoying tape jump, the tape strand. I just do it the casual way. It's probably possible, but I'm too lazy to actually try to see if it is.
Oh no, man! Even with max stats, it's kind of rough to hit it with that strategy.
But it seems possible, but hopefully it's not, so I don't have to practice there. And we got this.
Learn to incorporate it to your world record, so when Ace comes back to it, he has to bear the pain as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's if Ace finishes a run, like.
Oh, is he like perfectionist right now with his runs?
Yeah. I mean, he is
fair.
Ace. And it's one stat, it's pretty unoptimized. I can still save a good amount of time on my records. Right. I'm gonna avoid doing the wall ride because I have a sanity, so I'm just gonna do this the normal way. And that's 4. I jumped too far that way. I usually want to death warp to the point where it spawns me right here. I'm slow and nice. Let me just noise hack that right quick. Otherwise, that's New York City. Venice is one of the fun levels in this run. Mostly because it's easy to... What hydrant did I miss? I missed the second hydrant. No, not the second, that's the final one. Forgot I had to get this one after the thing.
Oh, that one. I was thinking it was that one. I was like, I swore I saw you get it. But
No. With this new route, I forget to do that hydrant sometimes. Especially if I get the subway card. Speaking about Venice, it's easy to mess up a lot in Venice. Well, it's easier than streets to do this in one hit, but just due to the amount of mistakes I can make here, it's possible that I have to do this in 2 hits, which is a huge time loss since everything's scattered around the level, and I have to deal with bomb placement, which if you remember from Pro Skater 2, they are in a specific order you have to get them in. You just can't just jump around. This tape I do after the E because it's more consistent to get this way, heading towards the start and doing it the other way. It is possible to do it the other way, but like again, it's less consistent. Of course I say that and I messed this up. Probably because I didn't ask drop here.
I just saw before with the burp pipe. You said usually in like your original games, you'd have to like bird up and do a transfer, right? This one, you don't have to do that. You can just kind of grind and jump and like it counts. Like it's a lot more forgiving in this game.
It makes this big BB transfer actually possible to do in one stat. Otherwise, I wouldn't think it would be possible.
I don't remember if we figured that out during the launch party or not.
I'm like, you can just do that.
Yeah, so it's like that. I want to say it wasn't, but I could be wrong.
You can do also the same for this one. I'm low on score. I think I need 200k here. So it sounds right. Okay. And this, I can easily mess up this. I somehow did this that first try. But again, I need 50k. I missed Ollie. But doing Ollie isn't as bad as doing this. Get Ollie this time. There we go. 20k. Not that bad. Alright. I thought I didn't get that bit there. Hopefully that's everything. First street, which is good. Skate Street's annoying. This is the level I hate the most, just because of the competition bug where I cannot do anything for like a good amount there. But otherwise it's just a standard competition level.
You're talking about the part where like it pushes your skater but you don't have control for a minute or two? Or
Yeah,
seconds?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's usually only when I load into the level, but like it can happen in any heat. Very annoying.
Reminder that Maul had a virtual up input added into like a late patch, so people it would very easily knock when you reset Maul over and over again. You could very easily start off in a manual when you're trying to turn around. That was fun. That was a good patch. But it's that.
Okay, Philadelphia, like this can go either one or two ways. Either you can see the normal route. Well, if it's the right variation, I will go uphill left first, or I'm gonna do a weird long route. It just depends on how good I can get this wall ride. This wall ride is difficult. And I didn't get it. I'm not gonna attempt that, I was gonna lose time. I'm just gonna go back for tape and the other thing, fountain. I lagged so much so I couldn't get that. Getting the blend slide is very inconsistent if you don't grind for it. And even then, especially if the game is lagging, you have no control. It's not the best. And I missed that wire. I'm gonna attempt this now and just get the K while we're at it. A feature that someone decided to add is that this wire is not connected to the edge of the building like it is in 2X and Underground 2. It's unfortunate because it ruins a lot of tape attempts. That's one of the worst things they added to this game.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I noticed when I started playing this, was that they changed how the wire worked, and it's like, man, it makes things actually a lot more difficult to get the tape. Like, the OG way is a little bit harder. Not insanely hard, but it's just kind of annoying now.
And this is the final goal we have to get, apart from score, which is the lip tricks. That's not...
You'll get that in a moment.
My favorite goal. And that's all goals. I just need to get the final gold medal. And bouldering.
Yeah, I mean, time's coming up, everyone. We're already at the end.
Time is when I get the gold medal. Hopefully I get it in my first attempt. Hopefully I don't pull off another bouldering. Oh no, bouldering, Marseille. I forgot how I do bouldering, so it's gonna be slow.
It's gonna be probbing.
Like, I remember being able to do a 540 or a front flip there and sprint it, but now I can't. That's probably it. And yeah, that's it, that's time. 31:45. It's okay time.
Yeah.
4 minutes underestimate, I think, which isn't bad. Still, it's not the best one, but can be improved.
A very fun round.
Let's check if I got all the goals first, actually. I shouldn't celebrate so early. Yep, I got everything. And to prove that I'm not a cheater, I do not use game mods. Everything is normal. One stat.
Yeah. No bells?
I think I built there a few times. I didn't keep count.
Yeah, no. Alright guys, that is it for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. Give us a few moments. We're going to switch on over to Pro Skater 1. We're doing cheat percent, or 100% cheat percent. Yeah, that one. Anyways, we'll be back in a moment.